You will not be able to stay home, brother. You will not be able to plug in, turn on, and cop out. You will not be able to lose yourself on Skag and skip out for beer during commercials because the revolution will not be televised. The revolution will not be televised. The revolution will not be brought to you by Xerox in 4 parts without commercial interruptions. The revolution will not show you pictures of Nixon blowing a bugle and leading a charge by John Mitchell, General Abrams, and Spyro Agnew to eat hog maws confiscated from a Harlem sanctuary. The revolution will not be televised. The revolution will not be brought to you by the Schaefer Award Theater and will not star Natalie Woods and Steve McQueen or Bullwinkle and Julia. The revolution will not give your mouth sex appeal. The revolution will not get rid of the nub. The revolution will not make you look 5 pounds thinner because the revolution will not be televised, brother. There will be no pictures of you and Willie Mae pushing that shopping cart down the block on the dead run or trying to slide that color TV into a stolen ambulance. NBC will not be able to predict the winner at 8:32 on report from 29 districts. The revolution will not be televised.
Yo, yo, yo. What's up, what's up, what's up? It's Tuesday night in the news segment. Running way behind tonight, but we gonna get it cracking anyway. As we always do. We're not gonna hold it up. We're gonna get right into what's going on out here. We adjust the sound a little bit. Give me a little bit in my headphones. Again, this is the Tuesday night segment of the No PC Show in the news segment. So let's get into it. First thing we're going to talk about is your boy George Zimmerman out here again, reckless. Don't give a fuck. Talking out the side of his neck, and some of the statements he made today. Not only did he threaten JayZ, speaking about what he would do to JayZ, but he also threw in a little shady remark about Trayvon Martin. He referred to the Martin shooting, saying, "I know how to handle people who fuck with me. I have since February 2012, which is when he killed Trayvon Martin." And Snoop Dogg responded to Zimmerman's threats on Instagram Sunday, making it clear he was in JayZ's corner. Snoop basically said, you know, he gonna get his comeuppance if he come around messing in the wrong hood. You know, this dude is just outrageous, and America let this dude slide. That's because of what they think of us. And I tell people every day, it's a million Zimmermans walking around on that BS. Let him keep it up. He gonna find out what that dude do. Moving on. Tavis Smiley has been speaking out. He's not going to remain quiet about these allegations. He's talking about when did it become a crime to date an employee. You know, the secret investigation that he said was held by PBS behind his back that he knew nothing about. And he's seeking defense. And the lines are getting real blurred on a lot of this stuff that's going down with a lot of these men. But Tavis says he's going to continue to fight to secure his name. Good luck, Tavis. All you folks that's into the Bitcoin, it's up and down, up and down, up and down. It's a big roller coaster. Plunged to $1,000 today in less than an hour. But, you know, my thing is, it's a digital currency that has no central bank. It's like you got to keep that money on a certain computer or server or whatever you want to call it. And there's no administrator. You have to administer and everything to hold on to this. I haven't seen anybody yet, that has bought anything with Bitcoins, even though you see it trading now on some of the stock exchanges and things. I actually downloaded a couple of videos that I'm going to check and look out, and I'll tell you what I think. And like every other investment, they're saying, hey, don't be crazy. Invest what you can afford to lose, because the common thread among all the people is it's gonna crash. How do you get out before the crash, and when do you know when to get out, and when do you know to stay in? It's too many volatile points for me on that. Moving on, Shira Wright, ex-wife of NBA star Lorenzo White, that was killed 7 years ago. I'm sure everybody heard that his wife and the deacon got caught up. Now that's a damn shame. You the deacon, and you out here on murder plots. And now she's playing crazy. She showed up to court in a wheelchair. Now they've got to give her a mental evaluation. It's strange when you facing all that time. All of a sudden, you just, this must be the ploy that the lawyer says. Let's see if we can hesitate and pull this. I don't know what to say. It's sometimes you think you with the one that's supposed to love you, and that's the one that kills you. Crazy. Your girl Omarosa still out there. But I was watching some today, a CNN thing with Don Lemon, and he was talking to a bunch of black Republicans that said it was hard to deal with Omarosa. They weren't really sure what her role was or what it was supposed to be. And since she's now gone from the White House, they were told they were told that they can open up and talk freely about Omarosa. And they said a whole bunch of negative things, like, she wasn't trying to talk to them. She wasn't trying to hear what they were saying. And a lot of them said, I'll just read this line. And the response to the news that she's resigning or was fired from her job as Director of Communications for the Office of Public Liaison suggests that most people didn't think her presence made a difference anyway, because the Trump administration has been indifferent or outright hostile to communities of color. Yet you will have so many black Republicans out there fighting like, oh, he's going to help us. He wants to help us. He wants to do this. But right there, all these people that were trying to talk to him and everything, contrary to the belief that nobody's trying to talk to him, are saying that they were met with hostility. So all you black Republicans, come on out and say this is fake news and the president loves everyone, and we'll keep believing that. And meanwhile, his rating as a president has hit a historic low. He's at 35% now. The president of the United States has an approval rating of 35%. People don't agree with the way he's doing things. He's not presidential. He's making a lot of noise, but not getting anything through. They tried to take a vote, but they did take a vote again today on this tax bill, and then it turned out they had violated several Senate rules, and now they're going to have to do another revote today. I know the Senate was supposed to vote tonight. I haven't even checked to see what the results of the Senate vote were, but I know the Republicans have to vote again tomorrow. And he's steady trying to push stuff through, and one of the stipulations in this bill is to get rid of the Affordable Care Act. I don't know how you slide that into a tax reform. I don't know how you get permanent tax breaks for corporations and time reductions for a few Americans, and then rape most of the middle class. There's already a whole bunch of deductions you can't take if you make $75,000 or more. So you're going to suffer more if this thing pushes through. It's not really helping the lower class. It's still going to affect a lot of Medicare, Medicaid type of situations. It's going to add $1.7 trillion to the deficit in the next 7 to 10 years. But they're saying, don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. And we're in trouble in this country. A lot of people want to sit on the toilet and pretend, but it's very real out here. So if you got Bitcoins or real coins or whatever else you got, I suggest you start saving them. The dude that predicted the last market crash, he's predicting it again because your boy Trump is out here rolling back all the things that Obama put in place to clean up the country. He's putting all those back in place so they can destroy it again. And they stood on TV today saying, in the last 8 years of this administration that did nothing, we are correcting it. Look how the economy is growing and everything. And they're acting like this man didn't inherit a screwed up economy from Bush. That none of this went on, and you yahoos out here and you black Republicans that's holding up the American flag should all be ashamed of yourselves. But, you know, I guess they want everybody to go to hell with them. Tune in Thursday night. Haven't decided which show I'm going to do. And we may be a little late because I have my internet service provider, who has been out here 3 times in the last week, to come and work on my internet service. So we may be a little late on the show tomorrow because they're not coming at 6:30. Show usually starts at 7:30. We may not do the show till 9 o'clock, but I will keep you posted. But until then, love, peace. So we out of here.
Step out of the car. No, you don't have the right. Step out of the car. You do not have the right to do that. I do have the right. Now step out or I will remove you. I refuse to talk to you other than to identify myself.
Now if you're woman, ain't no revolutionary should persuade you to be a fucking slave for the rest of your days. Should be grooming you on how to behave, teaching you how to coon and buck dance so that you can be safe. If that brother ain't no rider, soldier, no provider, molder of young minds, check it out, you got yourself a bitch. Think about the time that you invested in him. If he's wearing them skinny jeans, you a lesbian. For every 100 black women who ain't locked up, it's only 83 black men remain. Take away 1.5 million black men who might have benefited their women and their children. You don't know a war when it's waged against you, when it makes you drive your baby mama to the clinic just to kill your own. Ain't no legacy to leave behind, cause ain't nobody sitting on your throne. You motherfuckers are asleep in a war zone, living a nightmare, dying in your own home. If you don't stop, you gon' lose what you got left. I'd rather die trying to fight for my last breath. Freedom or death, you asleep in a war zone, living a nightmare, dying in your own home. If you don't fight, you gon' lose what you got left. I'd rather die trying to fight for my last breath. Freedom or death, nigga.